Good day, goeiedag, fellow South Africans. Now, I brought you some bad news yesterday about migration to Australia, but today, and this is a shout out to Ria, thank you very much for the information. Today I bring you really good news, and that is that the King of the Zulus has said that he wants to cooperate with Afriforum and white South African farmers to ensure that their land is not expropriated without compensation. Yeah, you heard me right. The King of the Zulus, i.e. the Zulu people, are now going to work with Afriforum and white South Africans to make sure that Cyril Ramaphosa and the EFF policy of expropriating white South African land without compensation goes nowhere. Now, we can be pretty sure that this crazy idea by the ANC is not going to happen because the Zulu nation have a huge number of people living in South Africa. So it's well over 10 million people. So they're probably the biggest tribe in South Africa. So when the king says something, it's going to happen. Okay? Now, remember that Ramaphosa suggested that he would exempt the Zulu nation from expropriation of land without compensation. Now, let's see what Zulu King Goodwill Zwelithini said regarding this idea of just taking the land from the white farmers. Okay, so this is what he said. The Zulu nation I am talking about will not exist if we don't have food. That's why I say farmers must come closer so that we can discuss what we can do when we talk about agriculture and the availability of enough food in the land. That's why I'm asking Afriforum of the Boers to come and help us. Did you get that? Because when government started talking about the appropriation of land, expropriation without compensation, Boers downed tools. There is no food in South Africa. Anyone who wants to be voted for and elected by us, I'm going to talk to now. Anyone who wants to be elected by us must come and kneel here and commit that I will never touch your land. That's the king speaking. So, in closing, the Zulu king said he is still waiting for a meeting with Cyril Ramaphosa. And he said Ramaphosa, must come here and say it, write it down in an agreement and sign off that the land of the Zulus will not be touched. Now, what I believe the king of the Zulus is actually saying is that there are two options. The preferred one is where they just write off this whole idea of expropriating white land without compensation and farmland, because if you take the farmland, your people are going to starve because the Africans who take over the farms won't know what the hell they're doing. The second plan B, I think he's talking about, is that if white farmers do have their land expropriated, they go to Zululand and they start farming there so that the Zulu nation will have food. This is sounding more like KwaZulu-Natal is going to break away from the rest of South Africa. It's got the finest farmland in South Africa. If the King of the Zulus is offering white farmers farmland that they can go and farm on, that's an amazing, amazing step. And let the rest of South Africa just fall in a heap, because that's what's going to happen. The first option where he's saying that Ramaphosa must come to Zululand and basically promise that the Zulu land is not going to be expropriated. kind of leaves out the white farmers in the Free State and the other parts of South Africa. Now, what I've suggested a few times here is that the actual forming of associations or creating close ties with other communities like the Zulus is the way for the whites to go, because they can then have their security. Let those stupid assholes in Pretoria, the Parliament, carry on jabbling away, and when they suddenly go to the store and there's no food and they wonder why, they might wake up. But by then it'll be too late. But again, there's this whole Western Cape where I think that if the white population could form an association with the Coloureds and the Griquas down there, I think you could do exactly what you're talking about the Zulu King suggesting with the white farmers. Now, I'll leave you with that thought, but this is excellent news for white farmers. And I wish Afriforum all the best, and have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe to be kept informed. Take care, guys. Bye for now.